the rest of that Midwest region. The top half, Kentucky gets the winner of the first 4 game between Manhattan and Hampton, and then Purdue, the 9th seed, they're going to play number 8 seed Cincinnati. Buffalo, your MAC champs, who beat Central. They'll get the 5th seeded Mountaineers of West Virginia. A lot of people saying Buffalo could pull an upset there. Maryland, the second Big Ten team in, is a 4 seed against Valpo. See that there, the 13th seed in Valparaiso. In the bottom half of the Midwest region, Kansas, your 2 seed, they'll play New Mexico State. In Indiana, the Hoosiers, they were a bubble team, but they're safely in at 10, and they'll get Wichita State in the Shockers. Notre Dame, the ACC champions, get Northeastern, and Butler will battle up against Texas. In the South, despite losing to Notre Dame in the ACC Conference semifinals, Mike Krzyzewski and the Duke Blue Devils, they get the number 1 seed, finished 29-4 with 2 of those losses at the hands of the Fighting Irish on the season. The South region Sweet 16 spot is in Houston, Texas. Now the Blue Devils, they're getting another one of those playing opponents, either North Florida or Robert Morris. And then Steve Fisher and San Diego State back in it. They'll battle against St. John's. They're the number 9 seed. Utah getting Stephen F. Austin. And then the Georgetown representing the Big East as the 4 seed up against the 13th Eastern Washington there in the South region bracket. In the bottom half of the South region, Gonzaga Bulldogs, your 2 seed. They'll get North Dakota State, and then Iowa, another Big Ten team in there. There are 7, but they'll play Steph Curry's old team, Davidson. They made that magical run back in 2008 all the way to the Elite 8. Looking to do that again. Iowa State and UAB, the Cyclones out of the Big 12, they'll play in Louisville. And then Larry Brown back in the tournament for the first time since '98 when he won it all. He will take SMU up against UCLA, the 11th seed for the Bruins. In the East, perhaps the surprise in the number 1 seeds is Villanova. Big East champs locking up the top spot with a 32-2 record, though there was a little controversy over Arizona. The Pac-12 champs not taking that top seed. Wildcats will play Lafayette in the 2nd round, with the Sweet 16 out of the East being played in Syracuse, New York. Now, NC State and LSU are the 8-9 matchup in that region. Northern Iowa, your Missouri Valley champs, play at number 12 Wyoming. Louisville gets number 13 UC Irvine. Then in the bottom half of the East, Virginia, your number 2 seed. If they beat Belmont, then they will play Michigan State. Michigan State, the Spartans, getting a 7th seed. They will play at 12:40 on Friday in Charlotte, North Carolina against Georgia. Cavaliers and Spartans renew that Sweet 16 battle from a year ago. Oklahoma, the 3 in the East, will play Albany. Providence gets the winner of Boise State or Dayton in that play-in game. And finally, in the West, it's Wisconsin wrapping up the top seed with today's Big Ten championship. Keep in mind now, no number 1 seed has ever lost in the first game they've played, ever. Some have come close. But if Wisconsin at 31-3 wants to make it to Los Angeles, where the West Sweet 16 is being held, then they'll have to beat the Big South champs in Coastal Carolina. They went 24-9 on the season. Winner of that gets a winner of Oregon or Oklahoma State. Arkansas, the SEC runner-up, plays the 5 seed Warford. And then North Carolina, the 4 seed, will take on the Ivy League champs in Harvard. Now, in the bottom half of that West region, Arizona looked over for that top spot, gets a 2 spot against a very dangerous Texas Southern team. MSU knows all too well what they can do. Winner of that gets the winner of VCU and the Buckeyes of Ohio State. It's the Buckeyes number 10 seed right there. And then the 14 seed goes up against the 3rd-ranked Baylor team. See Georgia State and Baylor, and then BYU and Mississippi, both 11 seeds. That'll be another play-in game winner. That gets Xavier. They'll play in that game as well in the 1st round, the 2nd round, I guess. And get your brackets all set. Those play-in games tip off on Tuesday.